Hello traders, this is the summary for the stock market report for March 14th through March 28th. In this review, we will talk about the markets and the various directions it went in. For those of you who don't know, the stock market report is a daily report that focuses on the direction of the market on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. This report is backed by an artificially intelligent statistical model designed to forecast at least 66%. Why 66%? At 66%, the model doesn't become over-optimized, and the model offers you, the traders, more opportunities to trade. We found that as we increase the accuracy, the model decreases its frequency of forecasts. So let's get started by looking at the broad market indicators. As you can see with the broad market indicators, during that 2-week period, the Dow Jones went up 226 points. That's up 1.49%. The S&P 500 went up 14.7 points. That's 0.8%. The Nasdaq Composite went down 94.5 points, and it was down 2.22%. And the Russell went down 29.5%, down 2.5%. So you've got two indicators that went up and two indicators that went down. That shows some confliction in the market. Let's look at our top dollar performing stocks. First Solar was our best top dollar performing stock. It went up $14.65. That's up 27%. BlackRock went up $12.85, and that's up 4.33%. OG Systems went up $11.25. That's up over 6%. And Apple went up $11.18. That's over 2%. And then we have Helmerich Pine that went up $10.17. That's over 10% that they went up. Let's look at our top percentage performing stocks. And again, First Solar shows up, and as a percentage it went up 27%, which is extremely impressive. Newfield Exploration went up 13.82%. Nabors Industries went up 13.37%. U.S. Steel 12.64%, and Noble Corp went up 11.62%. Trading by the forecast. These stocks are actually the stocks that were traded based off of the forecast. And first we're going to look at the stocks that were trading based off of looking for new highs and new lows. And looking to the high side, for the week of 3/20, we have WellPoint Health Networks that went up $8.39. That's almost 9%. Helmerich Payne again shows up for the week of 3/20. They went up $5.81. That's almost 6%. And McKesson Corp went up $4.14, just over 2%. For the stocks that made new lows for the week of 3/20, we see Ralph Lauren went down $4.19. That's down over 2.5%. Whole Foods went down $2.67 and still made a new low. That was down almost 5%. Now for the week of 3/20, Adobe Systems Incorporated went down $2.27. That's down over 3%. As an example, let's look at the trades for the week, and we're going to look at WellPoint. WellPoint is our highlighted stock for a trade making a new high and following the forecast. WellPoint shows up with the HF model predicting 80% chance of a new high, the HT model looking at 72%, and the HO model looking at 80%. And you can see it started here at just about $93. So let's find out where it ends up. Well, it ends up going up over $100, over $102, and it settles just below $100. This is a great example of how the forecast is supposed to work. You can see that down here at this level, there's not a lot of indication that it's going to explode to the upside, but the forecast is designed to give you a hint of what can happen in the near future. And then over the next week, you can see that it exploded to the upside. Moving forward, let's look at trading from open to high and open to low. And open to high trade for the week of 3/20, we see Priceline.com, they went up $43.83. That's nearly 3.5% increase. WellPoint Health Networks shows up again. It went up $8.96. That's over 9.5%. And Helmerich Payne went up over $8.61. That's almost 9% increase, which shows an opportunity for the week of a pretty good gain if you were playing the weeklies. For the open to the low category, Ralph Lauren shows up for the week of 3/20 and the week of 3/27. And for the week of 3/20, it went down $5.58. That's down almost 3.5%. And then for the next week, it went down $5.58, and that's from open to the new low. That's down almost 3.5% again. And Whole Foods went down $4.69, and that's almost 9% increase. I'm sorry, decrease. So let's take a look at Ralph Lauren. For the week of 3/20, Ralph Lauren, you can see that Ralph Lauren's trading closed at about 161, and we can see some consolidation in this area. So the question is what is it going to do from here? And our forecast for the LT model says 68% down, and LO is 70% down. And the L in front of that means that we're expecting a lower forecast for it to move to the lower side. Now the LF model said only 50%, but that's okay, because if we have at least 2 out of 3 of these models agreeing over 66%, then that's a good trade to make. And let's see what happens with the trade. We can see in the next 2 days it trades down quite substantially, down to 156. So it closes at 161, and it actually opens above the 161 area and trades down to as low as 156. And this is a good example of a short trade that was on the table that could have been made. Thanks for watching this webcast, and if you want to take a look and see more about trading this particular model, check out tstreport.net. Visit us at tstreport.net, where you can also sign up. Have a good week in trading.